You have a virus, the China virus, as we like to call it. I think we responded in too ridiculous a fashion. But to them, the solution was to shut down the economy. And everyone needs to stay indoors. And then very soon thereafter, everyone needs to wear a mask. And then shortly after that, everyone needs to take the vaccine. All these mandates, of course, associated with it, all of which were wrong, all of which were counterproductive. Not only counterproductive, but destructive to the individual, to our mental health, especially to the children. Their answer was always to rely on the experts, okay? And the experts in this case, at least, and I think in most cases, are horribly wrong. Everything that they said has been wrong. I don't think that they got a single thing right, other than, I suppose, that this was a virus. That's about it. You know what? It's very much like the way FDR responded to the 1929 crash, right? If we had just let the recession of 1929, which was a deep recession, let's not get it wrong. But if you just let the economy continue on as it did, instead what FDR did was he, injected himself and started regulating it. He wanted to completely redo the American society in order to deal with what was a simple recession. And had they done so, and very consistent with what you just said, is let the economy do its own thing in its own way. Let it heal. The fact is, the argument that he made to the people, and a lot of the people accepted, and to some extent still accept in hindsight, is that we needed to do this to save ourselves from the Depression. All I'm saying, Ari, is that I agree with you that we decided in the COVID response to respond in the same way, in an analogous way to what ended up becoming the Great Depression, which could have been just a simple, small recession and then got back on our feet only a year later. COVID was such a great example of everything that we're talking about, how they have the solution, and the only solution to them was closing down. And by the way, we weren't able to stop it. Anyway, even with the shutdown, we know that. In other words, the solution that they proposed was as effective, if not as destructive, as the idea of taking away everyone's guns and hoping that somehow that will reduce crime and mass murders and so forth. That's exactly the same thing.